On today's episode of Tax Insights, Jeff breaks down the audit process for business owners. He explains that audits are often routine checks, not indicators of wrongdoing. Jeff covers the 3-year audit timeline, common triggers, and the role of professional help. He also advises against refusing an audit to avoid complications. Tune in for essential audit tips.
Today, interesting topic. Business owners out there, listen up because we're talking about being audited. Jeff, a lot of times people think that, you know what, if you get that notification that you are going to be audited, a lot of times people start to freak out, shall we say. Should they? What should they do? Walk us through this because there's a lot here to talk about.
You know, one of the things that the IRS really has to do is they need to have a compliance arm just to see if people are doing things right. Just because you're being audited doesn't necessarily think, or that the IRS doesn't necessarily think that you're doing something wrong. They just want to make sure that everything's being done the way it's supposed to. Now, there may be, something that's spiked in your data, you have a little bit too much, other deductions, or you have too much charity on your business return. That kind of triggered the audit. But if everything is legit, it's really, you just have to go through the process and see where it ends up.
Yeah. Or let me rephrase this, how long does it take someone to get audited? What's that process?
Yeah, the IRS, going back to how long they can audit you, they can audit you for up to 3 years from the IRS side. And generally from the states, it could be 3, 4, or sometimes even longer. Now, if there's a fraudulent item going on, that period goes out to 6 years or maybe just unlimited. So they do have, latitude to go back quite a few years.
Sure. Good information here. So, Jeff, again, what are some of the reasons why someone gets audited? I mean, is it random? I know that you mentioned sometimes if you have too many deductions, or you even said too much charitable giving, which I guess I did not know would be even a concern for business owners. But walk us through why someone would get audited, or again, is it just, hey, you won the wheel, congratulations?
Sometimes that's definitely the case. Sometimes it's just they do these compliance audits where they just kind of pick a company and just do a full audit on them, look through all your business records, look through a lot of your receipts, things like that. But sometimes it is more targeted. So the IRS has parameters on what's a business, in this size. Like, let's say a $5 million business. This is what they should have for, wages. This is what they should have for office expense. This is what they have for other things. And sometimes if a business goes outside of those parameters, it kind of makes the IRS look at it closer. Doesn't mean they're going to audit it, but they look at it closer. And if they decide to audit, that's when the letter comes out to you.
Gotcha. And then when you get that letter, does that mean that someone from the IRS is actually coming to your business and being on site? I mean, I guess that's the vision I have, is that, some guy shows up with a briefcase and I'm here to audit you.
Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes, you get that letter and they'll ask for a bunch of information, and then they'll also generally ask for a site visit because they want to walk through and just kind of see what your business is like, how you run your business.
Yep.
What we try to do as professionals with, for our clients is we try to just have the IRS do that kind of walkthrough, but then everything else is we try to have it done at our office. So it's kind of at a neutral third site.
Yeah. Awesome. Last question, Jeff. Can you refuse an audit? Can you say, no, thanks, I'm good?
I mean, I think you certainly could. I don't think good things are going to happen, but I think you certainly could.
Good luck. Jeff, good information. Listeners, if you need to connect with Hawkins Ash, Jeff, tell us how to do that.
I would just go over to hawkinsash.cpa and explore the content on our CPA HQ section.